Hello, my beautiful beings, and welcome to 30-day challenge called Worthy. Worthy, worthy, worthy. So I'm so excited about this challenge. God put it on my heart, and I immediately said yes because it's such a no-brainer. And worthy, let's talk about worthy. Why worthy? Why is worthy so important? Why is it so important that we walk and feel and talk and be and embody worthiness? Why worthy, right? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So number one, before we dive into why worthiness, why it's so important for us to be walking and living in the state of worthiness, let me ask you a question, and I want you to ponder this with me. When you think of worthy, when you think of the word worthy, when you think of a worthy person, when you think of anything that is worthy, what are the first thoughts, ideas that come to your mind? Right now, just begin to ponder this question. Worthiness. What does worthiness look like? What does worthiness feel like? What is worthy? What is the word worthy? So some of the things that come up for me could be quality, could be honor, respect, worth it. Like it was worth it. It was good. It was good. It was worth the investment, right? It was a good investment. Worthy, something that is valuable. Value, it was worth the value. It was enough, right? So these are kind of some of the things that you can begin to ponder on, and let me know in the comments below what is coming up for you when you think of the word worthy. Worthiness, so quality, enoughness, goodness, honor, respect, valuable, right? Worthy. It's such a beautiful word, worthy. Worthy, worthy, worthy. Such a beautiful word. So let's dive into why it's so important that we as people walk in worthy, walk in our identity as worthy. Because let me just say this, that if the enemy can get into your psyche, get into your identity, get into your thought processes, get into your programs, get into your identity essentially, and if he can convince you that you are worthless, that you are lacking, that you are not enough, that what you have to say is not enough, that what you have to give is not enough, that you overall are just not worth it, that you're missing something, that something is missing, that there's just not enough. You're just not enough. Like what you carry is just not enough. Something is missing. You're somewhat good. You know, you might have good qualities. You might have, good whatever. But at the core, at the root of you, you still feel, if he can get you to feel this, that this little void of emptiness, this little void of lack, this little void of not enoughness. So to back up, that is his whole intent. The enemy's intent and his whole idea, his whole goal, I should say, is to come after your identity of who you are and how God sees you. He sees you perfectly made in his image. God sees you perfectly made in his image, in his likeness. He sees you complete. He sees you whole. He sees you worthy, fully enough, fully ready, fully equipped, fully complete right now. So the idea of this workshop, and as I mentioned a little bit earlier, is the enemy's goal is to strip that from you. Because as long as you are living in lack, as long as you are living in the identity of that you are missing something, that something is evading you, some sort of information, there's some sort of lack, there's some sort of insignificance, there's some sort of not enough-ness inside of you, then he has you exactly where he wants you. He can manipulate you. He can toy around with you like a puppet because of this feeling, because of this inner knowing that you are not enough, that you are missing something, that you are not worthy, that you are not fully worthy, that something is off, something is missing. That is his whole intent. That is his whole goal, is to get you to believe that. And many, many brilliant people are running around, although they might appear successful on the outside, they have everything going for them, finances, kids, house, car, whatever you want, for the most part, what most people want. All of the boxes are checked. But at the end of the day, when they go to sleep, they still feel this void of insignificance, this void of lack, this void of meaninglessness, this void that something is missing. And that something is that the enemy basically planted into their identity this void, that there's something missing, that something is off, that they're missing the mark in some way, shape, or form. So the whole point of this 30-day workshop is to bring you back into worthy, to bring you back into worthiness, and to bring you back into the way that God sees you, in the way that God views you, in the way that you truly are. Because when Jesus died on the cross, he literally completed the battle. He completed the war. He completed the idea and the lie that we are not enough, that we are missing something. That when Adam and Eve, when they bit into that apple, the enemy lied to them. He said, if you do this, you will be this. He got them to believe that what they had was not enough, that they were missing something, that something was missing. So they bought into this lie, and now this lie has penetrated humanity, that we are missing something, that something is missing, that something's out of place, that we are not fully worthy, right? So the idea of this workshop, the idea of this challenge, the point of this challenge and this workshop is to bring us back into alignment with the way that God sees us, with the way that God views us, with the way that God knows us, with the way that we truly are. Significant, worthy, complete, enough. He wants us walking in dignity, in honor, in respect for ourselves, for the people around us, right? So it's coming back into the wholeness, back into unity, back into oneness, back into wholeness, starting within our souls, within our minds, within our energy. So that's what we're going to be doing this whole 30 days, one lesson at a time, one day at a time. We're going to be integrating worthy into your being, worthiness into your body, into your image, into your psyche, into your thought process, into your energy, solidifying worthiness into your being, because you are so worth it. The price that Jesus paid when he died on the cross, he saw you as worthy, fully complete. He finished the work. He finished the work. The veil was torn. There was nothing left undone. He said, it is finished. And he wants you walking in alignment with that finished work of the cross. He wants you feeling, knowing, understanding, and being essentially from a state of worthiness. From the moment you open your eyes and your feet hit the floor to the moment you close your eyes and your head hits the pillow, that you walk in a state of worthiness, a feeling and a knowing of I'm good enough. What I'm doing is enough. Where I'm at is enough. I am complete. I am whole. I am worthy. I am good. I am valuable. And really, really allow these words to really penetrate your being of I'm enough. I'm enough. Where I'm going is enough. What I'm doing is enough. Wholeness and completion, and really, really begin to embody that in your cells, in your body, right? Because from the state of worthiness is where all creation, true creation, lies. We are co-creators, made in the image of the Almighty God. We each carry something that is priceless, that is valuable, and we are meant to express our souls through business, through life, through our children, through whatever it is, through arts, through food, through whatever, right? Through creativity. We're meant to walk in alignment with our soul's calling, with our soul's identity. But if we're buying into the fear, into the ideas of lack and not enough, we will always be swayed. We will always be manipulated by the enemy. He will always tug us from one thing to another thing to another thing. Not enough, not enough. You're not worthy. You're not this, you're not this, you're not that. And we could never build anything sustainable. We could never create anything sustainable, right? Because to build a business, to build a life, to build anything that is sustainable, that is worthwhile, that will flourish, that will bring fruit, that is an extension of your heart, of your soul, as God intended. He intended for each of us to build and to create from our soul's calling. He intended us to flourish. He intended us to abide in Him and to flourish in Him, to be creators, to be co-creators, to be empowered, to be walking in authority, in power, to be walking upright in dignity, right? All of those things are all available, but it's our job to claim these things. It is our job to get our mind in alignment with these things, with the truth. So that's what we're going to be doing. In the next 30 days, we're going to be bringing your mind, body, and soul into alignment with worthiness. Bringing your mind, body, and soul back into alignment with your soul, with your identity, with who God called you to be, with what you are here to create, with what you are here to bring forth, to build, not just for yourself, but for generations, right? There is a massive calling on your life. There is a calling on your life. You are meant to live in meaning, in purpose. You are meant to flourish. You are meant to do great things. Jesus said, you will do greater things than I did, right? So why is that missing? Why is that missing in the church? Why is that missing in general? Why do we see it so little? Jesus said, you will do greater things, but why is it hardly seen anywhere? Where are the greater things that Jesus is talking about? The reason we are not seeing them is because we are not walking in our true identity. We're not walking in our authority, in our worthiness, in our dignity. We've lost it. We've lost sight of it, right? So I'm so excited for this workshop. I hope that you stay along in the next 30 days. I will be providing lessons each and every single day. And with each lesson, with each video, I will create homework for you to journal on and to implement for that day. So I'm very, very excited. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Let's dive into stepping into worthiness, claiming your identity as a child of God, claiming your identity, walking in dignity, walking in worthiness, walking in power, creating, co-creating with God, bringing forth what is in your soul, in your spirit, flourishing, and just doing amazing things, you guys. I'm so excited. I love you, and I will see you soon.